Darkcast Network. Welcome to the dark side of podcasting.
Welcome to Castles and Cryptids, where the castles are haunted and the cryptids are cryptic as fuck. And I'm Alanna.
I'm Kelsey.
And this is Gordo, our silent partner, most of the time.
Oh, he's leaving the room. Good. Fuck.
Leaping downwards. All right.
He would not settle.
That's why I sent you that post of...
Yes.
It's just like a little comic of a person at their computer or whatever in the first one, and then the cat's inching closer in the next one until it's like right on top of the computer. And it's like, I'm your job now. So
that's how I feel when I'm editing, especially typing up notes or editing the audio. Gordo will just jump on me, and I was like, well, you're laying on my arms, so now I also can't see my laptop. Like, what do you think you're accomplishing here?
Yeah, or even if it's on the desk-like situation, he's behind it.
Doing stuff, hitting the screen because it's touch screen, so he can start doing stuff with his little jelly bean toes and causing all kind of havoc.
The cat owners know. They know. They see you. My dog just thinks he's a lap dog, and he'll attempt to sit right on your foot, no matter how far up your foot is, or like if it's fully on the ground, or like he becomes very uncomfortable when he puts his whole weight on it, and it's like, say your foot's like sideways or whatever. You're like, no, what are you doing?
He's done that to me a few times. He'll sit on my feet.
That's how you know he loves you.
Yeah, I can give him good back scratches then.
Yes, and then he'll stop and look at you if you stop. He's like, what?
Yeah.
Did I say stop?
Yeah, I'm sitting in front of you so you can scratch my back. That's what this is for. You're supposed to.
Oh yeah. And then he'll just lay after supper. We're trying to relax, and then he'll just lay on the ground and stare at Pat. Or do the thing where dogs do, where like, yeah, they get down to play, and then, you know, like the butts up a bit.
Cute. Yeah, it's really cute when he does that.
You're like, I'm so full. Why? But he'll stare at Pat. He won't stare at me. Oh well. No. He's my boy. Yeah. This is episode 124.
Yeah.
Which means it's Friday, wherever you cats are. And that's wonderful. I can't wait for Friday to get here in the present time.
Yeah, we have a Halloween movie night planned. I'm so excited.
Yes. It's going to be the shit.
I love our movie nights. And the
Halloween
ones
for Halloween, something, anything.
Yeah,
a party. Give me a movie night, like excuse to dress up, or
yeah.
I'm excited. But I'll have to pick out what to watch, because it always seems to me like Pat's got a million things on his watch list, and like it's always like showing me these trailers, and I'm like, but we've been watching a lot of horror movies, so
I watched a few today.
Okay.
Yeah, they were okay. A little weird, but
yeah, that's often the case by the time you get to the end. You're like, well,
you're like, that happened.
That
was something I watched, but it's okay. They weren't awful. They were just a little like not exactly what I was expecting.
Yeah, that's why it's nice to rewatch the ones you have seen sometimes. Like we watched Scream from last year, whatever the 2022 one is, 6 or 7, or. But which ones did you watch?
I have seen all the Screams except the last one that came out. I think the last one that came out within the last few months, didn't it?
Yeah. But like, which ones were you watching this week? You said you watched some new ones?
Oh, what was I watching? Well, today I watched, it's on Disney Plus. It was called Appendage.
Oh,
Uh,
it's a different name.
yeah. It was like
Sounds
about
like
the
body horror.
chimera. Yeah, kind of. It was like the chimera, like you absorbed your twin in the womb kind of thing.
Oh,
But then the
God.
twin, like, emerged from the point of absorption. I don't know what else to call it. And then it kind of turned into this gross looking monster.
Oh,
And then
no.
she went to like a support group for people that had had their conjoined twin crawl out of them as a monster. It was really weird. And then the
Because there's a
twins,
support group for that.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so that was a little weird. And then all the like evil twins were kind of like gaining power, and it was making the regular people weaker, and then the twins were like
Oh,
draining
yeah.
them of their soul kind of thing. And
They're
then
like feeding off them.
yeah, and then came to a point where they were like replacing them, so now they had kind of switched, so like the real people were kind of the ones locked away, and these that were supposed to be their twins that had were absorbed or now like took over their lives. It was weird.
That's a lot to think about, and I feel
It was
sorry that
weird.
someone thought that up. At least it's like your brain goes there, hey?
Yeah, especially when
I
the
don't
little
know.
thing, it looked like it was like crawling out of her side, kind of the side of her stomach where like your appendix would be, and it's just like calling her a
Mm.
bitch, but it's just like a little tiny like mushed up little potato of a face like on her
Oh,
stomach,
God.
just being like, "You bitch, let me out." And it was like, what even is this? Like it's
Yeah, that would make me laugh.
I was kind of like the first half hour before it actually like left her body, and it was just like talking to her. I was like, what the fuck even is happening right now? Like this is
Well, that
so
is
weird.
from comedies. There's that Family Guy
Yeah.
when Chris gets that pimple so big it starts to like have its own personality and stuff.
Oh
Yell
god.
at him.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I was like, what even is
oh,
this? And at least by the end it had kind of like more of a storyline. I was like, if I'm watching this whole movie and this thing's just stuck to her side and it's just like mouthing off to
oh
her the
yeah.
whole time, I'm gonna go insane.
Oh no. Sorry,
So it's like,
spoilers for Appendage, I guess.
yeah.
It sounds interesting.
Yeah, it was
Mm,
weird.
yeah, we watched some older ones. We watched The Ritual.
Hmm.
That was midsummer-esque ish. I don't know. They're lost in the woods. There's
Yeah.
weird shit going
I've
on.
seen that
And
one.
okay, yeah, it's like a pretty creepy monster thing. and and then Pat put on They, which was also from like 2000. Wes Craven? Yeah. Is it Wes
Oh, I
Craven?
didn't
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I think I've seen the poster. I think it's on like
Yeah.
Plus or it was on Prime or something.
It's
It
okay. It's
keeps
also
keeps trying to
cryptic.
recommend it to me.
Yeah,
What?
cryptic things coming for it, or
Yeah.
like a force or something. Like, I don't know. I can't really
Yeah.
describe it very well because I'm always just like, wait, what is happening? Like, is they cursed by what? It's all right, but
Yeah.
yeah, we'll have to watch something that's a little more fucking scary. Like,
Yeah.
where's the barbarian of the year or the hereditary or whatever? Like the best
Mhm.
horror movie of the year. Oh, Rain wants to
Yeah.
go see Five Nights at Freddy's, which does look pretty freaky. It's just coming out in theaters, so
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. I've heard some like shitty reviews about it already.
Oh well, I
So
never
it's
let that
like,
deter me.
yeah, I'm like, I don't really know. I don't really know what it's about. Was it a video game or something
Uh,
first?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, Rain was kind of into it, so not that I think she really played it much, but watch people get freaked out playing it online, or
Yeah.
she liked to draw the characters and stuff like that. And yeah, it's like freaky sick animatronic Chuck E. Cheese type
I
dudes.
love that. I mean,
Oh yeah, they're like haunted by kids' souls or something. The lore is pretty like creepy pasta good, I think. I like that lore.
nice.
So yeah. They were playing it on so Critical Role, the one of the D&D YouTubers that we watch. Pat's watching
Yeah.
them right now. That's why I pointed to you at the
Oh,
wall. um they did, yeah, they'll do a segment on one of their shows where it's kind of their interview show where they get to talk about how the game's going and stuff like that and fan questions and whatever. But then they do a segment where they like were playing games and they were playing Five Nights at Freddy's and looked like I'm like, that's the kind of game that's like almost too scary for me to play. You're like in an
hmm.
abandoned place at night and then like
Yeah.
you're in this little control room and like the lights would be going off and on like the, like strobe light style, and then like the creatures would be
Yeah.
coming out at you and you'd have to like, I don't know, try and keep the door open so you could do something. So it was just like I was like, reminds me of that scary game Wolfenstein that our friend Billy Joe used to play that used to scare me. Where you ran around like a
Oh.
German prison.
Oh shit.
Yeah. There's always this big guy with his Gatling guns and he'd come out and he'd be like, Guten Tag!
Nice.
Oh, the graphics were so basic when I think back to it
Yeah.
now. I'd probably be like, oh my god, this is funny.
Right. So pixelated and
Yeah. I just don't like first person shooter games though. I'm sorry. I'm not my partner. I'm not like video
yeah.
gamer dude guy. I like games, but like mostly like The Sims and my phone games and different things like that. Just random
Yeah,
wherever
I
you wanna
definitely
go.
gravitated towards those types of games more
Yeah.
than like the shooter games or anything like that.
Yeah. They're for dudes usually. Let's face it. I mean, I know girls game, but I will try some, especially if it's fandoms I like. Harry
Yeah.
Potter, got that one, and then the Baldur's Gate is a new game that's very D&D
Mm-hmm.
oriented. It's like seems pretty cool, so I'll probably give that a shot. So if I ever get any time,
Right? That's the thing.
yeah. But anyway, we're here for you guys, and we hope you're here to have a good time with us today. I'm excited.
Yeah.
It should be a fun one. We said it was going to be a
Yeah.
lighter one last week.
Yes. It's definitely
Sorry.
going to be lighter
Yeah.
than last week. This is a palate cleanser.
Yes, and I'm also going to be just way more probably, quiet and less sloshed by the end of it. That one was on a Friday and I was like,
Yeah.
let's get done. It's been a long week. Oh. So anyway, then might be a short one. We both said we had like really short cases, so we'll
Yeah,
see. You guys might
mine's-
hate it. Maybe this is all the banter you need because it's gonna be like we need to pad the fuck out of this. Like
Maybe. Who knows? It's okay. We can have a shorter episode. We used to have episodes that were like an hour and a half long. It hasn't happened in so long. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say people like wanted to like thanks for people listening to our Darkcast episodes on our hiatus because some of those, and even though they were shorter than our normal ones, got like a really good
Yeah.
response and became higher rated on our episodes. So we were like, oh cool, thanks for the support.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks for listening, and we love you all.
Yeah.
That's it. Goodbye. No.
We have
Great.
nothing for you this week. Peace
Please-
out.
Please rate and review if you like what we do.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All
Uh,
right. Hit me with it. What you got for me?
I also think it's yeah,
Sorry.
mine was kind of fun. I was looking up a few different ones before I settled on this one. I
Yeah,
just
this
thought,
is a mystery themed, but kind of vague this week, I guess. If we
yeah,
didn't really
like
say.
unexplained, unsolved mysteries. Mine's definitely like unsolved. And
Yeah, just weird shit.
yeah, It's called the Gurdon. I should have looked up how to pronounce it. Gurdon, the Gurdon light.
How is this spelled? I've never heard of this.
Gurdon. It's in Gurdon,
Oh,
Arkansas.
I
So I
feel like it
mean,
would be Gurdon.
yeah, I don't know. I could have very easily.
Gurdon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it's this like mysterious light that's located near these railroad tracks in a wooded area of Gurdon, Arkansas, kind of outside of
Oh,
town. Lots of
weird.
woods and everything surround it. And yeah, over like the last almost 100 years, basically, it's become the subject of this local folklore, and it's also been featured on different TV programs. Uh, and while there's no disputing that the light actually exists because it's been caught on camera and stuff,
Ooh,
they've
cool.
never been able to figure out what causes it. So there's a lot of debate surrounding that.
Okay. I've heard of
Yeah,
mysterious lights before. Like, I think there's some like Phoenix lights, but this is nowhere,
yeah.
not really
This
near there.
is
This is, I've not
one
heard of
that
these.
I don't know how often it appears. It almost sounds like it you can just go see it whenever you want.
Oh,
They talk about like certain conditions it's a little easier to see. But sadly I could only find like a couple pictures of it that were good.
yeah.
Um yeah, so
Like
they'll be
Bigfoot.
on. Yeah, one of them, the at first I thought it was a picture of the light, but it's actually just the moon kind of above the railroad tracks. But the other one is the light. They caught it on this guy went to the area and was like filming a documentary about it, kind of talking to the locals and everything. And he ended up on a whim, like going that night, being like, I'm just gonna see if I can see the light. And he
Oh,
did. So he like
damn.
recorded it. And that was really the best picture I could find of it. The rest of them seemed to just be pictures of the moon above the
Oh,
railroad tracks
that's
because
a
the
light in the
light,
sky.
yeah, the light shows up in a different area than where the moon is.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
As
So you
far as
can
I could
see.
tell, wasn't really
Yeah.
clear, but
Oh,
uh
that's cool.
yeah, so this light, it's described as appearing in different colors. People have said it ranges from blue to green, even white or orange.
Wow.
And
Kind of runs the gamut.
yeah, sometimes it's seen like bobbing around, but most of the time it seems to be stationary. From the pictures I saw, it seems like it's maybe a foot or two above the railway track. It's not really high in the sky.
But
And
yeah, it seems to center over the railway track.
kind of, yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
And the exact location of it varies. Some describe it appearing at different times during the night, and then some people said that it even can appear during the day.
That's got to be harder to see.
Yeah. The light itself can't be seen from the highway that's nearby, uh, but it's only like a 2.5 mile hike from the highway, I think, to get to the best spot where it's normally visible. And
Okay.
it it said something about like it's the crossing of like the railway over whatever highway, but it seems like a lot of the railway has been removed. Um, but it said that the spot is marked by this slight incline in the tracks and then this long hill. It looked pretty flat in the pictures I saw of it, but I don't know if that's like exactly where the light appears or if that's just part of the same tracks.
Yeah. It'd be cool to go there.
Yeah,
I want to see the
and
light.
the light itself is best seen when it's described as cloudy or overcast. And while um, no visitors or scientists that have ever been to the area have been able to figure out the source of this mysterious light, but they have proposed a few different theories, which are kind of fun.
Not just
Um,
like car headlights, like everybody's always like, it's
uh,
done.
that is one of them. It doesn't
Okay, because they've
really
said
make
that for other
sense.
ones.
Yeah, for a
No,
number of
yeah.
reasons. But um, so getting into more of like the legends of what the locals say it is. Uh, the
Ooh,
first one is that
local
the light,
legends.
yeah, the light comes from a lantern of a railroad worker who was killed after he fell into the path of a train.
Oh
And
shit.
the legend says that the man's head was separated from his body and that the head was never found, so that
Oh,
his ghost like wanders this area, and that's the he's holding up the lantern, which is the light, to try and look for his head. Like he's perpetually trying
with
to look
his
for his head.
non-eyes. He's gonna
Yeah.
use the light to see. I'm sorry. Poor guy.
Exactly. Um
Where's Stingy
yeah,
Jack? Doesn't he have a light?
I think
I don't know.
so. I can't remember. It's been so long.
We'll have to listen to the lore episode
Yeah,
now that
somebody's
Wicked
coming.
Week is.
Stingy
Yeah,
Jack again.
that's right. By the time this comes out, you guys will have heard all the extra episodes that came out around
Yeah, a
Halloween
whole
on
week
our
of extra
feed.
episodes.
Hope you
Uh,
enjoy.
yeah,
We talked about some creeps and crimes,
yeah.
cryptids.
So that's one of the things. Another one, slightly more detailed, but along the same kind of lines. Variation says that the lantern is carried by a foreman named William McLean. Uh, and he was killed in the vicinity of the railway tracks during a confrontation with one of his workers, Lewis McBride, back in 1931. McLean believed McBride had removed the spikes from a section of the track, which actually ended up causing a freight train to derail. So it was really bad. It seemed like he did it
Oh,
intentionally. One source said he did it intentionally to try and derail a different train that was supposed to be coming, but that this freight train derailed instead. So, not good.
no. Nothing you can usually do with the railroad spikes is good. I was like, is he
No.
gonna just poke someone in the head with it?
McLean ended up confronting McBride and ended up getting beaten to death with a railroad maul. I don't know what a railroad maul
Okay,
is. Do you know
so
what that
after
is?
the freight train incident, then came the murder.
Yeah, confrontation, I think a few days later.
Okay, sorry,
And
I'm tired.
McBride, he ended up confessing to the murder of McLean, and he ended up being executed by electrocution.
Oh God, okay, well.
Yeah. And this is a really popular theory because the Gurdon light was actually first documented just shortly after either McLean was killed or McBride was executed. So like they've been witnessing
Oh,
the light since the 1930s. So
damn.
it's been almost 100 years that we've had the light, the Gurdon light, that people have been seeing,
Wow.
and they haven't really figured out exactly what's causing it.
Yeah. It's obviously not the railroad then.
No. Some
Unless it's
other
these railroad ghosts, we should say.
yeah, right? Um and one of the other ones you mentioned is this highway that is said to be nearby. While it can be seen from like the distance, um I think in the area, like they say that I think you can even hear the highway from there, but it's like
Okay.
muffled and like the lights never line up to when there's actually a car driving past. Like,
Yeah,
because on
probably
the
just
highway, you'd be able to hear
hovers.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's not really the movement that you typically see from a vehicle on the highway with its headlights on. Um, yeah. And this theory is often disputed because the light has been documented like since before that highway was even there. It said the highway was built in the 1970s, I think. And again, like they've been seeing the light since
Right.
the 1930s. So,
Yeah.
yeah, long before it was there.
Weird.
One of the
Alien
sources,
outpost.
yeah. One of the sources said there was a Dr. Charles Lemming, a professor of physics at Henderson State University, and he was apparently an authority on the light before he passed away.
He's an expert.
Yeah, the utmost authority on the Gurdon light. He and his students did many observations of the light, and one impressive find was that the light was viewed was that when the light was viewed through different filters, the lights never polarized. Which
Okay.
it said any mirage light would polarize. So I think that's like if it's being reflected off of anything, it would have
Mm,
polarized, but it seems to be its own separate light source, I think is what they mean.
I'm like not sure what polarized means in this context. I just keep picturing like, I don't know, when you put on like glasses or something and then it makes lights almost look like
Yeah,
they like multiply or
I think that's what it means.
get like that double vision. I don't know.
Yeah. Um, it said they also could find no electromagnetic current on a galvanometer, and that the light appears consistently regardless of atmospheric conditions. So it's not
Mm,
dependent on the weather, even though they say it's easier to see it when it's cloudy or overcast. It you can
yeah,
still
that
see it on a clear night. So
just makes sense because it's a light and when it's daytime, yeah, you don't need the
yeah,
freaking street lights on. Yeah.
yeah.
Totally.
Some people believe that the lights are caused by piezoelectricity. I think is how you say it, which I'd never even seen this
Oh.
word before, but it's from this is a different theory, also very popular. It says that there's constant stress in the area's underground quartz crystals that are said to lay in like these very big deposits near the tracks. So they think that apparently this stress, because this area is also on the New Madrid fault line, that it causes the quartz under the ground to emit electricity, which could produce light.
Well,
So I didn't
because
know
like,
that was like a thing. Sounds fun.
but think of the well, quartz makes me think like it's isn't it um like a conductor? Does it not like make you think of like the crystal
I
skulls and how
think so.
some material you can actually like store. Oh my god, I'm so not saying this very good, but like store information on it, like a microchip.
I think
Like I feel like
so.
quartz has that weird property where it's like I
Yeah,
don't know. We have to do the crystal skulls. That's one thing I can't believe. I was thinking about that when I was doing mine, where I'm like, damn, Kelsey loves those, and we've never even
I
really
do.
done a deep dive on the
I used
pod
to watch
yet.
everything I could about them before I even ever watched that Indiana Jones movie.
The utmost authority. Oh
Yeah.
God. I was thinking about watching New Girl and I said utmost because they had a thing where Jess is like, Nick, you're the only one I know who says utmost. You made those girls say that.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, we just watched a whole bunch of New Girl.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
fine.
that's a good show. Sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah.
I
Like so
digress.
these quartz crystal
Oh yeah, yeah.
deposits might be one of the causes, but again, they don't really know.
Huh.
The last little
That's
bit I
interesting though, that there's
have.
quartz in the area. I feel like
Yeah.
aliens would be like drawn to that. I don't know.
The last little bit I have is just that it seems like the tracks aren't, the railway tracks at least, aren't in use. It said that sections of the rails have been removed or covered. It also said that it's one of the most popular Halloween attractions in the area. A lot of teenagers and people go there on Halloween night to view the
Nice.
light, which is pretty cool. Yeah.
That is cool. There was a book I was reading where there's a legend about a guy with a lantern looking for his lost love. And then, yeah, everybody
Mm.
seemed to go up there on Halloween.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you might like some of that might have been one of the Paula Blackstone books, Braxton. A lot of them have cool witchy tones,
Nice.
and yeah, one's called The Winter Witch. You might like her. It's got some history in there,
Cool.
but I know. Book nerd, nerding out. Okay. Rating it in. Sorry,
uh,
crystals.
and then for like trying to find it, I kind of gave directions. It also said like
Mm.
the best way to find it is that everyone in town knows about the light. So if you want to see it, you simply ask basically anyone, or it said like any gas
Okay.
station for sure. The way to go, Ghost Light Bluffs, apparently, is what the locals call it.
I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, Ghost Light Bluffs. So it said to ask the way for that, and then yeah, it'd be kind of cool. I wish I could have found way better pictures of it for how long it's been around and how often it seems to be seen.
They didn't
There's
always
really
have
like,
cameras that were that good. Yeah.
yeah, but like nowadays, somebody has to be able to get a decent picture other than the one I could find that
This
wasn't
is
of the moon.
this is the paranormal paradox. It's the Bigfoot conundrum, is that
Yeah.
everybody's like, why don't we have good footage? But there was a recent one from Colorado that a couple on a train took a video out the window of their train as they were passing by, and it's like looks like this big brown
Oh.
Bigfoot. Kind of hard to like. He's only like it's a good video. It's in like a more of a deserty brush. Like there's not a lot of trees, so usually there's
Oh,
trees in
okay.
the way and
Yeah.
stuff. And but he's brown, and like the whole background is light brown, so he's kind of hard to see that way. But then he's just like
Mm.
walking, and then he looks right at the train, and then he just like kind of pops a squat and sits down, like he's like, oh, they're looking at me. It's really weird. I'll have to show
I
it to
was
you when
just
you come
I was
over.
out here taking a shit, and then
He's just like,
now I'm
oh,
on
hey,
camera.
yeah,
Yeah.
awkward. So
Uh
cool.
yeah. The only other thing I have is just that for TV shows that's been mentioned on, I could find two. It said it was featured on Unsolved Mysteries back in 1994, and they like went
Nice.
and like investigated it and couldn't figure out what was causing it. And then one of my favorite shows that
Of
me and my
course.
dad watch whenever it's on TV, we'll put it on, and that was Mysteries at the Museum. Love that show.
Okay. On
Yeah,
like
so they like featured
Mystery
it
or
on there too.
Discovery or one of those channels.
I think so.
Educational. I don't know if I watched
Yeah.
that. Yeah, sounds cool.
I like it a lot. Some of the other stuff I've covered, like that curse about the town and the um that guy that was sentenced to death. I can't remember his name during
Oh
the
my
witch
gosh.
trials, and
Oh,
then
oh
he
wow.
cursed all those sheriffs. That was I had heard at Mysteries at the Museum as well.
Oh, that's a
Uh,
deep cut.
and
Witch
I think
trials.
Yeah, I think a couple other things I've covered I had originally heard about on Mysteries at the Museum.
Cool.
So,
My case had a brief spot on Ancient Aliens, so
oh,
I love
yeah. Yeah.
that. That's a fun show. Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's cool. I didn't know about those ones.
No.
It's not talked about on
Bec
podcasts a lot. I've heard of these Phoenix lights, but I've not heard of these
Yeah, it
ones.
said there's another light. I can't remember what it's called. That's like in another town nearby, and they also don't really know what's causing it. I can't remember what that one was called, but it's the same kind of light.
Right.
Like it appears almost every night, kind of thing. And
Yeah, this could be it's like a phenomena that's really
yeah,
we're like, oh, okay. That's just there. We don't know how to explain it. Guess we'll leave it
yeah,
alone.
yeah,
Makes me
it's
think
weird.
of the Jordan Peele movie with the aliens. Spoiler, spoiler, spoiler.
Nope.
Yes, nope. I kept wanting to say up. I was looking at you like The one with the aliens. My
That's what I was
brain is
like, is
not
she gonna
working.
say us? But I was like, not us. It's
Us. Maybe that's why I had up in my head. Oh my god, my brain
maybe.
is gone. I had to be on the phones for like 4 hours today. I have
Oh.
nothing left. Sorry. Wine, wine, wine.
Us
No.
is the creepy one with the family. But
Okay, but that one, I thought of that one a little bit when you were talking about that movie you watched because of the way like the underground people, the chat, what do they call them? The
I can't
others,
remember.
they're counterparts. They're like, yeah, they're like twinsies or whatever. They want to come live in the top world.
Mm,
Yeah, it's creepy. They want to
yeah.
come take over your life. That's a very creepy trope.
Yeah. Don't love that.
Nope, 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 nope. Damn, that was good. I like it. I like freaky
Yeah.
lights.
Short and sweet.
Well, unsolved shit, just mysteries. Like what else?
Yeah.
There's just the stuff, and then there's the theories, and um, I'll look. I don't even think I looked at the
Yeah, the
pictures.
one which one is it? The one that's
Oh, here we
called
go.
just light, I think. Yeah, that's actually the light that they witnessed, and then the other one is just the tracks, like at night. What it looks like. But the light that's in the corner is like the
Okay.
moon.
So is it like kind of a funky shaped lima bean?
Yeah. Yeah,
Nice.
that's the actual light. And then the other one is like the
Interesting.
tracks at night.
Right. Okay. Oh, yes, with the big
Yeah.
old full moon, which I think we have
Yeah.
tonight. Speaking of
At
which.
first, I thought that was the one with the tracks. I thought was the one with the light. And then when I kept looking it up, and then I watched the
Oh.
video that the guy had, this little documentary thing, it kept showing the other picture. And I was like, oh, okay, I think that literally is just the moon then.
You're like, damn, how come everybody can't see that? That'd be like real bright
Yeah,
and like
I think.
super, yeah, easy to see.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
think the other
they're
one it shows up
cool.
like kind of in the middle, kind of a few feet off the ground type thing.
Right. Softer, softer, blurrier edges than the moon, more like a light, like a street lamp or
Yes,
something.
yeah.
But yeah, it's obviously very high up, and that's why these ones are always so weird. And
Yeah.
you're like, something is hovering, and I've
And
never
it's
believed
deep
like
in
the
the
headlights or like stupid swamp gas theories
yeah.
and things like that that just sound like a bunch of malarkey.
Yeah. I'll put
Yeah.
a picture on the website too of what the tracks, as far as I can tell, what the tracks look like
Hmm.
during the day. It is a pretty heavily wooded area. You can't see through the trees on either
Okay.
side. So, yeah.
Neat. It's the local
Hmm.
attraction.
Yeah.
Well, I like to believe it's aliens.
Yeah.
I like to think we
Something
at
weird.
Castles and Cryptids like to believe. Yes, we're open minded. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, a beacon or something. Uh, uh, what are they called? Lighthouse. It's a lighthouse for the
A tiny
aliens.
lighthouse. A fairy
Yeah.
lighthouse.
Or like part of like a landing strip. Well, the landing strips, you can see those at the tops of the mountains in frickin' Peru and stuff, near
Yeah.
where all those Nazca lines are. And then there's those parts where it looks like the mountains are just like sheared off at the top, and then it looks like runways. Oh, those are creepy. But, aliens. What can I say?
Yeah.
Um, or giants in the past, because man, there's a lot of stuff you could see from the sky that we're like, why would we have done that so big? We couldn't
Yeah.
even fly. Yeah. Cool, cool, cool. Well, we'll take a quick break and then be back for round two of Weird World Mysteries. I wish
Yeah.
I could remember the Unsolved Mysteries music right now. It's always got me in the
Oh.
creeped out mood. But copyright infringement, Just imagine it. We don't have a fancy soundboard.
Yeah, can you? That'd be so cool.
I
Just like,
know.
whoop.
Wah wah. I just start plussing that at everything you say. Oh, we would go nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, take it away. All right.
California has the largest population in the United States and the site of some of the most famous true crime cases in history. But there's more than meets the eye to the crime in California. Join Sean, Jessica, and Charles on the California True Crime Podcast as they cover crime both infamous and overlooked from around our state, while looking at the deeper history that goes beyond beaches and movie stars.
Hi, everybody. I'm channeling Dr. Nick. Hi, everybody. We're back from some technical difficulties.
Yep.
Yeah. Things don't like to record, but that's okay. We go with the flow. We're good now, so we hope you're ready for part 2.
I am.
Mystery of the Betz sphere.
The Betz sphere.
That's hard to
Ooh.
say, and I knew I was going to have a problem with sphere because I had such a problem with Sphinx. The Betz ball, I could call it.
The Spanx. I think we said
Now,
Spanx at one point.
Thanks, yes. It's Betz, if anyone's curious.
The Betz sphere. Yeah.
Yeah. It's named after this family. But yeah, Bet's different than I've seen spelled. Yeah, have you heard of it?
No. It sounds intriguing though.
Yeah, I think it's one of those I'm like, I've heard about this on a podcast because it's just a random thing that is unexplained. And yeah, so I guess they could have had it on something like Unsolved Mysteries because they occasionally have the random UFO sighting and whatnot. It's not all disappeared people, like you were just saying.
Yeah.
This one's just in a category of its own. It was found by a Florida family, a Floridaman and his wife, back in the 70s, in 1974, actually. They were living on a place called Fort George Island at the time, so that's where it was found.
Okay.
Yeah. Florida.
Fort George Island.
Yeah. I think it's pretty close to Jacksonville, as we'll see from the research facilities and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. The dad is Antoine, the mom is Jerry, and they had a 21-year-old pre-med student son named Terry. Jerry and Terry. Why wasn't the dad's name Harry? I don't know. Some sources differed on the names. Yeah, they spelled Jerry differently. And then
yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll have to put the pictures on. There's one picture that's like the 12-year-old Wayne with the sphere. So there's a Wayne.
There's a Wayne. There's a Will, there's a Wayne.
Oh, hang on, yeah, let me upload the stupid folder. I forgot to.
No.
There's a Will.
I think my dad used to say that.
Really?
Yeah, we had like a family member named Wayne, and he was good at fixing stuff. He used to take like automotive and cars and stuff when he was in high school, so like electronics, so being like, yeah, if you need to repair something, where there's a Will, there's a Wayne, and he can repair it.
So it's about the size of a big bowling ball, except heavier.
Okay.
Yeah. So
wow.
I guess most bowling balls apparently weigh between 6 and 16 pounds. And fun fact I ran across, they're best if they weigh about 10% of your body weight.
Okay.
Maybe that's why those little balls we have with the 5-pin bowling here always fucked me up. they're
Yeah.
smaller than the big ones with the holes in them.
Yes, my hand's too small for me to be able to throw those. I normally
They
stick
feel like,
like
they're just coming out of your hand.
yeah, I think I normally ball with like 8 pound normally.
I guess sometimes, if you're at a real place, they should give you a selection. I just
I'm definitely not
haven't.
bowling with like 13-pound bowling ball. Like
You're
fuck
not
off.
balling with 13-pound balls dragging up your body.
No.
I'm sorry, I'll stop. We should go bowling again. That was fun though when we went.
Yeah, it was
The
nice.
local one, yeah. All right. So they found. Oh yeah. So it's this one is 22 pounds, which is almost
Okay.
10 kilograms, and that is about 8 pounds heavier than most pro balls. So it's big. And they found it after a fire broke out on the property, which might have been a brush fire, one thing said. So it could have been found like in like the wooded area on their property. Sounds like they have a big property. But they found it in the aftermath, and it was just like sitting there, never before seen on their land.
Weird.
And they thought, well, maybe it's like a cannonball, right? Because they're like Florida's Renaissance era Spanish colonizers. That's what they said. They're like, it's that Florida's colonizers.
Yeah.
He did have a funny accent in the one video I watched. A little southern. But it was like brand new, clean, shiny, looking like a big ball bearing or something.
Yeah, the one picture, it does look like metal. Is it metal or is it stone?
It's metal.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why it's kind of like, huh?
Yeah, that's really weird.
Big ass metal bowling ball. So it wasn't iron or stone as one would typically see from the Spanish colonial era. That was a good segue. And once I heard this on the little Ancient Aliens clip. It was like, once they took it into their home, it just sat on a windowsill for a while. I mean, you collect stuff in the yard, my mom, she'll keep little bottles, put them on the windowsill.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah, you do. I like little rocks. And I think there's a rock and gem show coming here sometime soon.
Oh, cool.
Those are always fun. But yes, so after a while, then they must have taken it off the windowsill, and they started noticing doing some strange things, moving, vibrating, and making noise like a brand new toy at Christmas or something.
Creepy.
Right? Just like every horror movie when the things start acting up and making fire trucks driving themselves around. Quote from Wonderful Engineering: Terry, the son of Antoine and Jerry Betz, was playing guitar and found that the sphere reacted to the sound of the guitar and made a throbbing noise, which scared the family dog.
Oh.
Poor dog.
Yeah.
They never named the dog, which bothers me. I mean, if you're gonna include the dog.
Yeah.
Anyway. He would strum and it would like hum. I guess they're having a little duet.
Yeah, it's harmonizing.
Yeah, they're just jamming. So, also, they would roll it on the floor like little kids do or whatever, rolling balls back and forth. But it would often it would start rolling towards, like, say I rolled it to you, it would stop halfway and then it would just come right back to me like, nope.
Creepy.
Mid-direction. Yeah, it's like, okay, that's weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah, I know. I feel like there must be like trick balls like that, or there's the ones you get for like cats and stuff that kind of roll around on their own with the tails and stuff attached.
Yeah, they do just roll sporadically and they can change directions, but they're normally remote control or
Or
they
just
have
like kind of
something in
spastic.
it.
Yeah, they're all like,
Yeah.
"Rah!"
Yeah, there's something in it normally that controls its movement.
Right.
So,
It's not like this. Yeah, this sounds like more like a big metal Roomba. It would, if they put it on the table, it would roll around but never roll off the edge.
hmm.
The noises it would make also upset the poor dog. They apparently would see her cover her ears with her little paws and then whimper
Oh,
pitifully. I assume pitifully. It's always pitiful when dogs look at you like that.
yeah.
I know it bugged
Could
her.
be like dog whistle. You can't even hear the frequency or something.
You may be onto something there. um, it would vibrate and resonate when it was struck, and ring for up to 3 whole minutes at a time. Sorry. Have you ever heard that they recorded something hitting the moon and it made like a resonating like bong or whatever?
I might have.
I might have said it to you because I feel like I've seen this on Ancient Aliens or something like that that I didn't pay much attention to clearly, but it's just interesting that it might have some properties we can't explain. And then this thing comes along. Stranger still, it seemed to react more strongly to sunlight. It would move faster and more intensely when the sun was shining brightly on it, apparently. It just,
It makes it
no.
happy.
I have
It's a
no
happy,
idea.
happy shiny ball. It likes the sun.
Shiny, happy
Be
balls
people.
holding hands. Sorry. Poor REM. Russ is like, they hate that song. Or whatever. Anyway. Oh yeah, this was interesting. I thought the family even started experiencing some possible like paranormal type activity with doors slamming in their house, and they started hearing this organ music at nighttime.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, and just it's inexplicable to me.
Yeah, that's
I got
weird.
nothing. Because if it is aliens, do they like organ music? There's those axe murders that like jazz music, apparently, and how to stop killing. Oh
Yeah.
my god. It was examined by an expert from a research firm in Baton Rouge who found that it was emitting radio waves and surrounded by a magnetic field. Oh, I think I have that
Okay.
twice because another part talked about the radio waves. A few people examined it, so I may have noted one or two twice, apparently. The U.S. Navy took a look. They examined it at Jacksonville Naval Air Station, and as they reported, the first X-ray wasn't successful at giving them a look, and they couldn't penetrate it on the first try, so they had to X-ray it like twice more before they could see anything.
Oh.
Now,
What's
I don't
inside?
depends who you ask.
Oh,
I
damn
think
it.
from because the Navy, the Naval Air Station, they got to be like government, and they said, "Oh, it's man-made, but we don't know the manufacturer, and it's non-explosive, and probably doesn't present a hazard, and probably doesn't have a function." That's what they concluded. I gathered.
Doesn't have a function? That's weird.
That they can see. Sorry. But other sources, say that they found two smaller spheres inside, like a little Russian nesting ball. Oh my god, that made a nice pun, actually. And and two magnetic poles, according to like some sources, anyway.
Huh.
Yeah, which could explain some of the weird magnetism it has going on. So I don't know. It's like, do we believe what the government ones tell us? The military's description, or could it be an alien artifact or a military prototype that they want kept secret, don't want to admit that it's theirs? Maybe they're trying to
Yeah.
reverse engineer like they do with some of the alien crafts, allegedly, at like Area 51 and stuff. One of the famous UFOlogy dudes, J. Allen Hynek, I put of astronomy and ufology fame. But something said he concurred that it was man-made. But again, this is kind of depending on what source. Like, you can read things like Skeptoid, and you could probably figure out which way they're gonna go.
Yeah.
And then, like, the more open-minded ones will say declared that he said it's not man-made. Then this other guy who happened to have the same initials as J. Allen Hynek, but his name is James Albert Harder. Oh yeah. Was a professor of engineering at the University of California, Berkeley, and he had a go trying to figure the sphere out. He said that the magnetic field was more than 1,000 times stronger than any other field of any known substance. So that's weird.
Yeah, that's a lot. Okay.
That's a lot. Yeah. I was like, okay. She weird. And Carl Wilson, another professor, this one of physics at Jacksonville University, found that it had a low level of radioactivity. So he also found the radioactivity, and he detected a sound so high pitched as to be inaudible to the human ear, as you so cleverly pointed out.
Yeah.
So I think that's what leads some people to wonder if it's could be a communication device of some extraterrestrial origin or future origin, I don't know. And like that maybe it's even constantly gathering info. And I was kind of like an alien Alexa.
Yeah.
Listening.
It'd be creepy.
Yeah. And like also, by the way, we just don't know where it is anymore. I don't know what the Betz family did with it, but
Really?
this is why this is all
Damn.
kind of still like, what the hell is it? Well, is this solved? Do we not know?
Did they
Most
when did they find it again? Sorry, the first time?
74.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't really dig into anything of that to see if I could find anything about why they just might have like, like left it on a shelf or a windowsill or something again. I'm not sure.
It's a knick-knack now.
Yeah, I found different rabbit holes. Don't worry. I have a little bit. Because mine's super short too. There's just a bunch of like tests,
Yeah.
and these theories. So most skeptics would probably agree that it's been solved and that they have an explanation. The theory is that it's simply a stainless steel ball made by a Jacksonville equipment company, which it's in that area that would track. So Robert Edwards, the company's president, offered up this theory and pointed out this one type of ball that they sell. It's 8 inches in diameter, so just over 21 pounds, almost exactly the same size as the Betz ball. He said, although he's not personally seen the Betz sphere, the description matches exactly, in his opinion.
What does their ball, what purpose does their ball serve that they manufactured?
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're used in construction
He's like,
or something.
yeah, we make it, it's almost the same, but like, sir, what is it used for then?
Like, yeah, does it roll around like a little Roomba?
Yeah, like,
I'd like to see that.
yeah.
Like a little planchette on the Ouija board. And of course the movement of the ball, some it explained away with an uneven floor. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, yep. If you have to tell yourself that, sure. If it's like rolling
Or
back
even
to the person.
uneven distribution of weight, like inside the sphere, could cause it to roll backwards when the momentum, like, Because
I
enough if
mean,
it's weighted on one side and it's like rolling and then the momentum slows down enough, it could like appear to stop and then like roll backwards because the
sure.
weight it's like heavier on the back side.
Yeah, if something's not a perfect circle and you like chuck it
Yeah.
around, it's gonna bounce all around. Like when I throw my dog's half sphere shaped treat and it just like bounces all up the walls, down the stairs,
Yeah.
flies off in every direction. Um, so yeah, it's hard to find out which things are exact what we know in this case, but some sources said that it was made of a steel alloy that's found in man-made things on Earth. It's called like 431, or the alloy is called 431. So I
Okay.
guess it's like forged in fire, where they're like, we're using 595 steel or whatever the fuck they call it. I forget. 1095 steel? I don't know. We haven't watched Forged in Fire much anymore because Pat doesn't like the new host as much. He's not as
Oh.
he's not as attractive in my opinion. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, I guess it could be made of this stuff that's found in aircraft, etc. That kind of steel, stainless steel alloy. And if that's the case, it's unlikely that it survived a fall from, like a free fall from space, being that it wasn't damaged or burned or anything. It was pretty pristine. But some theories think maybe only the outside is plated with this alloy because, as we said, according to some sources, there's spheres on the inside and whatnot.
Yeah.
One thing I read speculated that the highly polished nature of the ball could be due to some extreme heat, as in the cases of a meteorite on impact, which I guess is a thing. I don't know. Does it burn all the dirt away?
Oh.
Maybe. I just remember that Simpsons where they're afraid the meteorite's gonna come down and they all kick Ned out of his bunker, spoiler alert, and then the thing comes down and fizzles down to the size of like a chihuahua's head, just like someone predicted. Oh. Bart's like, I'll put that in my pocket.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a little hot.
Yeah.
Another opinion, that of Robert L. Moore, retired NASA engineer, puts his money on aliens. He said it's not a known natural material, like of this Earth, I guess, and had a highly unusual crystalline structure that was apparently unlike anything he'd ever seen before. I only found that one in one source. I'm not sure. And also some other skeptics, and I put Scullies, Mulders and Scullies, no, say that it probably could just be something called a concretion. But a concretion is a stone formation that I'm going to tell you a little bit more about.
Okay.
Because, yeah, that's it for the mystery. It's just, is it a glorified bowling ball for giants? A dropped ball bearing of gods? Or a UFO cast off
Yeah.
sitting here listening to our thoughts?
I'm just staring at the one picture where it's like on the little like pedestal display. It looks so weird.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And
most of
of
them are
the
like
one
black and white, too.
like with the kid like holding it.
Oh, Wayne.
Yeah.
That's Wayne.
Wayne. That's Wayne.
Yeah, you can see, because then when they're up against people, you can see how big it is, and you're like, oh yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah, it does definitely look to be the size of a bowling ball. Like
A big
it's
ass bowling ball.
definitely
Yeah.
how I would describe it. It's not like
Metal.
huge, but yeah, very
Yeah.
strange.
No bowling ball holes. No
No.
nothing on it. Yeah. It's weird. But yeah, of course they can't find it now, so I can't confirm anything. It's like, come on, guys. Why do we have to lose these things?
Yeah.
It's funny that I'm talking about metal balls because I got a little bit on stone spheres around the world. Can't do stone circles without then doing stone spheres. I think I touched on these actually in the stone circle segment because I remember briefly looking at the pictures of the ones in Costa Rica,
I
which
think
I put,
so.
yeah,
Yeah.
one on the drive, so you might remember it. But yeah, they're giant stone spheres in a few different places around the world, most of them being in that Costa Rica area. So um, I did a little shallow dive on them to see if there was any more about where the fuck they come from.
Yeah.
It's yeah, because stone spheres around the world are kind of weird too, and yeah, if it all ties together with the ancient astronaut theory, like maybe we were or like representing things we saw that the aliens had then, like, oh, they had these big perfectly round metal balls, and then they helped
Mm-hmm.
us make statues of them or whatever, I don't know. For whatever reason. um so in Costa Rica, these ones, there's like over 300 of them, and they're much bigger than the Betz ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, is there one, because I come across one online where somebody was standing next to one, and it was almost as tall as he was. I think some of them are pretty tall.
Oh wow.
um I don't think I have the dimensions here for those ones, but they were often seemingly placed deliberately in like these lines and patterns. And some of the theories were that they were leading up to like where the chiefs' houses would have been at the time. Um,
Okay.
which is okay, but this is fun too. Some archaeologists hypothesize that the spheres could represent the solar systems or just be inspired by various stages of the sun and the moon, uh, like as viewed with the naked eye, including setting and rising suns and half moons. And I'm like, ooh, I like that better.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, especially if you picture them in different like spirals and lunar cycles and stuff. I think it's cool. Um, so these ones are said to have been made, but by like an old culture. But occasionally there's been naturally formed stones on Earth that have just been misidentified as petrospheres. I know I went heavy with the rock talk. I thought it was interesting
Petrospheres.
at the time. Please tell me if it's horribly boring. um, yes, a petrosphere is apparently the term in archaeology for a stone ball, uh, or like any spherical man-made object of any size that is composed of stone. So like sometimes they have carved or they're carved or they have paintings or petroglyphs on the fancy
Oh, okay.
stones. I could have, maybe I'll put some pictures on our Instagram, but I saw some cool ones from like Scotland and stuff that had like weird little balls coming out of them, carved out of the big stone ball. It was like almost like Toad the
Yeah.
Mushroom's head or something, like just all these little
Cute.
carved stuff coming off them. Um, yeah, so there's sometimes stuff like that that people find, but those are typically, I think, like smaller, like painted pebbles and stone charms that they found in Scotland. Then there was a group of petrospheres that's in Jalisco, Mexico. It's in the Cerro Piedrabola area. And they have been claimed by some ancient astronaut theorists as possibly originating from outer space, but they are generally recognized by scientists as being these things called mega spherulites. So they're
Oh,
actually like natural. They're naturally
weird.
made, apparently. So get this, they have been released by erosion from a 20 to 30 million year old ash flow tuff, which originally enclosed them in which they formed. So I think it's like a lava mold kind of makes them or something.
That's cool.
I don't know what an ash flow tuff is. TUFF, but I was like, that is so fun. I think I might be a lava nerd. um, so the Costa Rica spheres and the Palmar Sur archaeological excavations are located in the south of the country, and they date back to like the Aguas Buenas period, which apparently is around 300 to 800 CE, and the Chiriqui period, which is 800 to 1550 CE. So pretty far back.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
They old, much not older than 1974.
Yeah.
But they weren't discovered until the 30s, the 1930s, when the United Fruit Company was clearing the jungle for banana plantations. They said they are attributed usually to kind of a sort of a lost culture. I don't know, called the I didn't look that up. Diqui culture, Diqis, and they were an indigenous culture of Costa Rica that thrived from like 700 to 1530 CE or whatever. And Diqui means great water. But when they were first discovered, they were just pushed aside with heavy equipment, and that damaged some of them. And then
Aw, that's
other
sad.
than that, it gets worse. They apparently was some stories or rumors of like some hidden gold, so people thought that they would drill holes in the stones and blow some of them up with dynamite to see if there was gold inside.
Oh my god.
Because men and humans, right? Like,
Oh my god. We
yeah, so
suck.
yeah, I think they said they put some of them back together in the museum to be like, look what we did.
Fucking jeez.
I know, right? Um, I thought it was kind of a fun fact that one of the first scientific investigation on them was done by a person called Doris Stone, who happened to be a daughter of the United Fruit executive, the company that was found
Weird.
them. And they are actually made from something called gabbro, which is a volcanic rock that does not naturally form a sphere. But it's weird because, yeah, they said they were kind of made in like that thing, that lava moldy thing. I don't
Yeah.
know. So I guess they're um, determined to be natural, right? But still very cool.
Yeah, they
um,
look very, like, very much a almost perfect circle. The ones
yeah,
I see here.
it's like maybe they're not. Like this is just our theory. Is like we figure they were made this
Yeah.
way. So who's to say? I don't think I know any more than when I first started looking into them. But it's interesting. um, and then kind of the only other one I could find that under giant stone, sphere stuff is there was one they found there's a big one in Bosnia. I don't know if I put a picture of that one on there, but it was pretty big too, like size of the Costa Rica ones or whatever. And there's an archaeologist called Samir Osmanagic who apparently goes also by the Bosnian Indiana Jones. Right. He's like Ross Geller when that one girl's
Fuck.
like, "You're gonna like Indiana Jones."
Oh
Oh
god.
God. But he says they're from an unknown civilization over 1,000 years ago. And to that I say, why are they unknown? Wish we
Yeah.
knew. Maybe they were aliens. Okay. Take a drink for every time I say aliens in my segment. No, don't. Your liver. Okay, so these ones are 3 meters wide, or these ones? Maybe there's only one or two. I don't think there's as many as the other ones. But it's found in the Visoko Valley in the forest, and it has a high iron content that seems to lend it its like reddish appearance, which tends to happen, I guess, in these naturally occurring spherical rocks, which are called concretions. Say it with me now. Concretion. No. It's fun. um, they're often iron rich and reddish, so it's possible that's what this one is. So they occur when very small mineral particles glue together to form a sort of cement between larger grains of sand and dirt. Nature
Huh.
cement.
Yeah.
And since they're usually much harder than the other surrounding rocks over thousands of years, they're the only part of the rock formations that end up left over. So then they're just out on their own. Like, hey, bitch. And that is my stone rock segment. Plus,
Crazy. Plus
Betz
metal.
mystery ball.
Yeah.
That's what I call it, mystery ball. Oh, I think I read there was a podcast on it, the NPR podcast. It's like oddball.
Oh, I think I see. Because there's the one picture
pictures.
says Oddball Episode 1 extras, and I was like, what is this?
Probably, yeah. And I think that's Terry or maybe the dad holding the sphere. I saw him talking in one
Probably.
video. He's got a very 70s mustache.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's a 70s haircut and glasses and facial hair.
Right? Pixar didn't happen. It clearly happened. And it's black and white. Yeah, exactly. Too funny. All right. Do you want to hear, what did we forget last time?
Review, I think, or comment, something.
Apparently I'm a teacher today. What did we forget last time, Kelsey? Oh, I had caffeine this morning. It was the only thing that got me through to lunchtime.
Oh,
Didn't have time to eat.
jeez. You don't normally do that.
Yeah, well, we have a nice, I'll have like one cup of tea maybe at home. But then I had a French vanilla out of the coffee machine at work.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I think I had a coffee at like starting at 2 p.m. today. I started drinking it. It was pretty watered down, but
Yeah, we're not big coffee or caffeine people, are we?
I am. I drink coffee every day, at least one every
okay.
day.
I mean, I haven't met you. What do I know? Shut up
Jeez.
now.
But I only started drinking coffee and all that kind of stuff like probably 5 years ago now.
I know you have like you had a drawer full of like different herbal teas or whatever that you hadn't touched.
Yeah, I don't
like
drink
that.
a whole lot of tea. So
yeah. Yeah. Chai tea? Okay, this is a good one. I like this one. It's short and sweet. It is by DJ Gem Jam.
Oh.
Yes. Yep. Oh, it's titled Absolutely Good Listen. 5 out of 5.
Cute.
Thank you.
I like it already. Continue.
If you're still listening out there, DJ Jam Jam, noise pollution. They said, this is so sweet, when you have a podcast that talks about all the places you have on your list to go, it makes it even more worth planning.
Oh.
Plus, adding a couple more castles to the list. Thank you.
Feel like we have covered enough. Somebody could do a European castle tour.
Yeah. I mean, I could do castles all day. Kelsey has to be like, okay, we have to do some different things, and we have to do some different topics. All right.
I need variety.
Yeah, because otherwise you just can't remember anything. I'll listen to a few podcasts, and then if it's all a similar theme after a while, I'm like, okay, I don't even know what's happening anymore.
Yeah, you gotta take a break sometimes.
Oh yeah, especially if it's true crime or something. But
yeah.
So hope you guys listen to and enjoy the extra episodes that came out this week.
Yes.
And our stories. We had fun.
Yeah, we each did one. Two different
I made
episodes.
Kelsey listen to mine. I wanted to tell her about my cryptid because he was really cool. So go listen to that one. And then Kelsey did a cool crime case that I need to go listen to because I didn't hear her record that one.
No. But it's one, if you've been with us a long time, you guys will know it. I've covered it before, but I did a super fast version.
I like
cut out as much as I had to get it under the allotted time.
Yeah, that'll be a good refresher because I never remember anything that happened in any of the earlier cases.
Yeah, it It was a long time ago, but it was a really good episode. So, yeah, and hopefully you can check out all our other ones. Maybe find a new favorite podcast to listen to. There's lots of
Second
other,
favorite.
yeah, second favorite. There's a
No,
lot
we
of
have some
other
good ones. Yeah,
great
they're really
ones in
good.
Darkcast. Yeah.
Yeah, and we will be working with some of them for future collabs and crossovers, which I'm really excited for, but we won't say too much about until we know what's, stuff and up. So we'll keep you posted, and don't forget to rate and review for reals this time. This is the real ending.
Yes. Leave us a review so we can read it on air.
Fuck yes. We need some
Yeah.
more Apple reviews and I don't know, Spotify ratings so that they finally suggest some other things when you go, more shows like this. And then it goes, I can't
Oh.
find anything like Castles and Cryptids.
We're one of a kind.
They're probably like, you need more listens, and then we'll know what your listeners listen
Wah,
to.
wah. I'm just gonna have 120. What episode was this? 124. I'm gonna have 123 tabs open, and it'll just be all of our episodes playing on repeat for infinity. And my laptop will overheat and explode.
Wait, all from the website? I'm like, I don't think
Yeah.
my Spotify will let me do that.
No, I think I could probably do it off our website.
Hey-o. Oh, and go check out, for all the bonus content, go check out Patreon. I don't know
Yeah.
if I said it on air last time, but it's cool the way they've updated it. So now you have an app, so you don't have to scroll through the website to listen. And everything's by collection, so you can just go our bonus true crime episodes, our bonus paranormal mystery, history
Yes.
bullshit episodes, conspiracy, and then our minisodes and our reaction and review and all that.
Yeah, because you went through and you set those collections up for us. Thank you.
It's fun. Yeah, it makes it really easy to listen to things on there now. I really like it because I've been using it for my other creators that I
Nice.
support.
Yay.
Yeah, it's really cool. So check it out. And I don't know. What else you got?
Nothing.
All right. Keep it cryptic. We'll see you next Friday.
Yeah, bye.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. 124.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, good. I got these right. Ooh, and I like the title you picked for this week too.
Oh,
Stalked
yeah.
to death, or
Well, because both of them ended up dying. I was like, we could do that.
Hey, they both died. A tie-in.
Spoilers. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Shocker.
Yeah.
Well, I see
Gordo.
Gordo. I know. I
is
was
he
like,
gonna
I'm
be
gonna
a
start,
good
but then I was
boy?
like waiting. Gordo,
Oh.
want to say our intro, Gordo?
Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. He's looking at me like, what? Yeah, I was laying on the couch and he attacked me earlier, and then he jumped off the couch, and then he attacked me again, and then 2 minutes later he attacked me again. So I have all these cuts all over my arm, probably at least 20 cuts.
Shithead.
Nice. From my knuckles all the way to my elbow, my arm is just covered in scratches. Yeah.
Yeah, I get annoyed with Fenrir because he'll break the skin when he paws my legs, and especially when I'm wearing thin pants. It's like, no, Gordo, fucking Fenrir. Oh my god. There. Okay. It's too much. It was too much. Okay. Ready? Ready, Gordo?
Maybe. Are you going down? Are you going bye-bye? No, you're just attacking the wall. Oh my god, buddy. Don't start this, please. Get in your box. Get in the box. Have a little... Be a
He's
box
the star
cat.
of the show. He's Gordo.
Ugh.
I can't find it. I'm so confused. Oh, wait. Oh, it went into a different one? Okay. Okay. It was a folder within a folder or something.
Folderception.
This craziness here.
This has been Castles and Cryptids. You can listen to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Anchor, Breaker, Pocket Cast, and our YouTube channel. Please rate, review, and subscribe wherever you listen. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Reddit. On our website, you can listen to all of our episodes as well as view pictures for each of our segments. Check out our Patreon page to view all of our tiers and become a Patreon supporter today to unlock monthly bonus episodes and behind-the-scenes content. We are working on an Ask Us Anything. You can submit questions by social media or by email at castlesandcryptids@gmail.com. Do you have a spooky ghost story, a creepy cryptid sighting, or a thrilling true crime tale you would like to share and have us include in a future episode? Send us your listener story by social media or by email. Please include the name that you would like mentioned. Our music is by Kobe Fair. Our logo and artwork is by Antonio Garcia. Thanks for listening.